I wanted to ask the question, can you beat Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty without killing anyone as a pacifist? And well, the short answer to that is no, you can't. However, I still did a set of streams where I attempted to do so, and rather than make this whole video and make this big question and try to lead you guys on so you guys actually watch the whole video, I figured I'd make a quick breakdown of why it's not possible for you guys so you guys could know what this challenge was like. Now, to be real, I was pretty excited about this run because I was going to be taking an old run where I did this same set of rules through the main game, where I roleplayed as Jesus, and then I implemented an AI voice mod for Moist Critical. To me, he's just the Jesus of the internet, so I figured it worked perfectly. But sadly, as I said before, it didn't go so well. And so let's get into things, talking through each scenario and what I came across, what was successful, and what went wrong. Now, as you'd expect, this entire intro with Songbird goes pretty smooth, especially because I have invisibility. I can run past any situation I need to. Eventually, we make it to the rooftop and get to listen to probably one of my favorite voice lines with Charlie because of how voice cracked and high it gets. It's really awkward sounding.
You have to...
Songbird! God damn it!
Down on the streets of Dogtown, I make sure to show off the new tricks I've been learning to potentially speedrun this, and then, as I expect, make my way all the way to the crash site with Myers with little issue. And here's the first encounter where I basically have to rely on an NPC to clear out all the enemies for me and see what happens. And to my surprise, Myers actually puts in a ton of work. She literally cleared everything in this area within 10 minutes. I was shocked. I thought I'd be here for like an hour, but she actually did fairly well. With that first encounter finished, we just have to run past a bunch of enemies, drive around Dogtown, and eventually make it to where the Chimera is, and get into the next encounter where I basically just have to run around in this room until Song wakes up the Chimera. Again, still haven't killed a single person, haven't done anything but run for my life. Chimera wakes up, clears out the rest of the guys, and then we get through this chase sequence with the Chimera and get into the fight with it. And here's where things went wrong. I decided to start up a timer so you guys could see how long this took me to do, and then proceeded to watch Myers shoot the Chimera for 15 minutes straight without a single percentage of damage lost. Meaning she literally can't do damage to this thing, which is a huge disappointment to me. And this is basically where the run ended. Now, you can make up some random justifications like it's not an actual human, so it doesn't matter if you attack it. But to me, this wasn't in the spirit of the run, which the whole idea of the run was to do nothing. And obviously I can't do nothing here. And so after using bullet deflection to attack its weak points and the cyberware shock and awe for just the basic general damage to the Chimera, and sitting in this fight for literally 2 hours straight to finally kill this thing, we finally took it down in a somewhat passive way, right? Because it was attacking me and it was being damaged because I was just standing in the right spot. Again, I feel like I was stretching the rules, but you know what? I still went for it because I figured if this was the only situation, I was just going to kind of go for it. With the Chimera done, getting Myers up somewhere safe, making some new friends, we get into where I decide to take on the 3 required gigs to progress the main story. Now, here's where, yet again, more issues came into play. Out of the 4 gigs in Dogtown, there's literally only 1 that is possible to do without getting into a fight. And so after completing that one and brainstorming about the other 3 of ways to complete it without doing anything, there literally was no solution except to get into fights and do some bullet deflection back at the enemies. Stop shooting me. I'm telling you, stop. I'm trying to tell him to stop. I'm trying to be the pacifist I'm supposed to be. From here, I go initially meet up with Reed, where we get through the conversations with him and Myers, and eventually him and Alex, and then make our way to meet up with Slider. And luckily, this is one of the missions where if you just stealth your way to Slider, it gets kind of resolved peacefully. I mean, Slider dies to the black wall, but that's not our fault. And then we just get to turn on our invisibility and sprint out of the building. From here, our next mission is to get into the Black Sapphire and meet up with Songbird. And wouldn't you know it, the very first encounter requires me to take out 2 guards. No way to get around it, no other solutions, I literally have to take them out. So with some more bullet deflections, we take down the guards, take the elevator up, and get into the sniper segment where it forces me to take out the sniper and then this entire scenario is forced once again to take out all the enemies. Again, another failure. The rest of this mission is done peacefully by having conversations, betting some money, losing it all, set up another mission plan with Alex and Reed, go have a chat with Songbird, before getting into our next mission where we impersonate these Netrunner twins, make our way into the stadium, and then decide to betray Reed and go with Songbird. Because if I betray Songbird, that means I have to get into a fight with MaxTac, and honestly, I have no clue how I deal with MaxTac with my current set of restrictions. And I honestly thought the helicopter section was probably resolvable by doing nothing. And so, siding with Songbird, I sprint through the stadium, make it out okay without dealing any damage to an enemy. Songbird and I make it to the spaceport, sprint my way through the spaceport. I get to listen to some of my favorite voice lines from this AI mod.
30 feet.
So me, got an idea.
Doable. Scan the roof for something.
Just a little more. Yeah. Oh, no. Gotcha. Here.
And then we get into the next couple scenarios where I get to just kind of sprint through it and get to do exactly what I thought until we get to where the train station is. And here's where things go wrong. The quest literally says defeat all NUSA operatives to reach the control tower. And so, you guessed it, I have to take out all these enemies. No way around it. And because Songbird is badly hurt, she's not going to be able to help at all in this fight, meaning, yes, I have to do all the work here. And because I want to keep somewhat within the rules I've created, I do just use only bullet deflection to clear out this entire area, eventually getting Song in the control tower, and she calls the train. And just like I expected in this part, I literally just ran around for a really long time and eventually go meet up with Song in the tower and resolve the end of the game. From there, it's just cutscenes, and I of course let Reed take Song because then I'm not killing. So yeah, beating Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty as a pacifist isn't possible. So anyway, that's about it. So yeah.